Good evening. Hi. We've travelled for 12 hours. Started at 3 this morning. It's now 25 to 9. We've had a bit of a nap. 3 hours or so on the ferry. 8 hours driving from home to where we are now, at the Great National Hotel Ballina. I talk about the longest journey. My longest journey has been going on all my life. I normally look much better than this, by the way. Just thought I'd put that in. My longest journey has been going on all my life. Because tomorrow, I meet my birth family. So, day 2. Today we've mainly been out and about. We went to Enniscorthy Beach. We sat underneath the shelter. We walked along the beach. It was lovely. It was windy. It was wet. It was like Wales, but we're in Ireland. And this is day 2, and I'm meeting my birth family. And on day 2, we also went to Ballina, had a little jaunt around the town. Quite nice. Went to Aldi. That's rock and roll. Aldi in Ireland. The things you could buy there on a Thursday, on a Sunday. Mainly because probably not everybody is there on a Thursday and a Sunday. Yeah, when we go through customs, we got asked the question when we came here, do you want, have you got any tobacco, alcohol, or other goods? We said no. When we go back, do you think they're going to ask a question, have you got anything from Aldi in your car? I think we might say yes. Maybe. Anyway, here and now. So day 2 is all about meeting my birth mum, and we just come back now. It's 25 to 12, and we just that kind of processing everything really, and it's been nice. I kind of went into things with no preconceptions of what it would be like. It's not entirely true. I did have some, but most of them were a bit like, well, didn't really know what to expect. So I suppose that is a preconception of not knowing. It went okay though. My sister was there too. Met her for the first time. That was nice too. I think I'm looking at these days as part 1, part 2, and then kind of, it's the full picture. So day 2, that's today, Thursday, that's part 1. That went really well. Day 2 tomorrow, meeting more siblings and my auntie. That's going to be interesting. I want to say interesting, I mean interesting good. So we're watching the Late Toy Show, which in Ireland is a thing. You know the Late Late Show? Well, yeah. It's the Christmas version of that, so it's a bit like Thanksgiving for Americans, where when you have Thanksgiving, Christmas officially starts. We like to call it in the UK Black Friday. So do the Americans, but Black Friday for us means sales. So it is for Americans. I'm babbling, leave me alone, let's get on with things. So tomorrow then it's that, and Chinese and pizza. And another thing I found out in Ballina, they've got a Domino's. I'll bet they deliver to Abersacan. Yeah, they probably do. But anyway, I digress. So day 2 done. It's been a good day. On to day 3. 10 to 2 in the morning. At the end of day 3, I look horrendous. You would have seen some clips of what we got up to today in Ballina town. Walking to the cathedral along the flooded riverbank, which is lovely. Finding a nice place to eat. Eating too much in there, which is nice. And just walking in the town really, and just having a bit of a moo shiroo, as some might say. Then tonight, met my other siblings and my auntie. How did it go? Well, it went okay. did. I'm. I kind of guess I'm at the point now that I want to share, but I don't want to share. So it's a case of just trying to reflect on the evening. We had food. We watched the Late Show Toy Show, which that's a thing in Ireland. Who knew? I didn't know. It's a bit like Children in Need, where they do where they raise money for charity. I think they raised about €3 million. So we watched that. Had food, had tea, had pizza, had lots of cake. We have a doggy bag, which is great. And and we're back in the hotel, processing everything really, in the best way we know how. Just sitting back and thinking, well, how did it go? It's been a day. It's been a day today. I think through this entire process of looking, searching, and finding my birth family, I think at the very start, one of the questions I got asked was, "What are you looking for?" I think I said something ridiculous like, "I'm looking for the pieces of the puzzle that is me." Like, what? Really? Could I be any more enigmatic? Or ridiculous sometimes? But at that point, I think that's what I was thinking. 4 years down the line, I've learned a lot more about me. About the kind of person I am, and about the kind of person I want to be. And this may be the tiredness talking at nearly 2 a.m, yeah. But I think I'm kind of learning more. So this is day 3. Thinking, day 3? Yeah, day 3. So it's Friday, it's now Saturday morning. In the morning, we're going to have breakfast in bed because we can. Why not? And I'll continue this tomorrow with a less kind of scruffy, dishevelled look. But actually, if I'm doing this at the end of every day, it will be looking like this. I would look this good. Not really. So, with that, I think I'm just gonna just say goodnight and catch up tomorrow. Now, where's the off button? Oh, there. Now, see, if I was thinking this through properly, I could have done some clever little edits from day 3 into this is day 4 and the last full day. We had a bit of a chill morning because I think on day 3 it took it out of us. That sounds weird to say that, but it did. So we had a nice relaxed morning. Then we went out for lunch, and that was nice. That was really lovely. I'm very mindful when I'm talking, not to kind of naming people or things. Not really sure why I do that, but I do. And I'm also quite aware that it's 3:10 in the morning, and there's probably not much footage between each clip because there was nothing really that we did today. But it's more about being in a different part of the room. I could actually use the lights from around the mirror, but no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, back to the meal. It was nice. It was lovely. Met more of the family, and that was lovely too. And kind of had the realization of with birth mum, how she was. I've got no yardstick, I suppose, of whether she's a cow or not a cow, or how she is. So I've got no sort of idea of history. But the one thing I noticed when she was walking up to the restaurant, I was behind, just kind of making sure she was okay. I haven't done that since my mum passed away, because I'd always be very, very aware of her walking downstairs and just kind of standing by the side. In fact, one time in the Millennium Centre, going down the flights of stairs very slowly, there was people behind us, so, they could wait. But today is a bit of a moment of, I'm doing that again, am I? Okay. And then after the meal, as I said, that was nice. Food was lovely, very filling, but lovely. After that, came back and decided then we'd be going out with some of the other family, some of the same members of the family as well. When I'm saying some of the members of the family, it sounds like there's about 14 different members or 14 different parts of the family, and that would be about right, to be fair. But the main thing of it was a bit of intrepidation about the evening. So we did have a bit of a plan, because we're leaving tomorrow. I'm driving 400 miles and going on a ferry and going on a different route. So just try to navigate, go to bed early. He says at 3:10 in the morning. So it was a bit of intrepidation. But I think I've had intrepidation every single meeting with every new member of the family that I meet, which I suppose that's normal, natural, because I think it just is, maybe. But it's a lovely evening. I had Guinness. Don't judge. I had half a Guinness. Okay, you can judge. But I also had a pint. That was lovely. Not going down that road though. No, but there were moments this evening, and it hasn't suddenly hit me, but it has, that I've now been accepted into the family. I've been an only child for all my life, and I'm not anymore. And I've always said about the jigsaw puzzle thing, about finding the missing piece that is my life. Really? Is that what I said? Yeah, it was. I've always heard about that, but I think I've always had that the pieces weren't missing. I think I was just looking, and in the meantime I've had family around me, and if there's one thing to take away from these few days, there's two things. Number one, Ballina's nice. It's called Pennies, which is actually Primark. It was called Pennies before Primark. That's one thing I've learned. The other thing to take away is how privileged I feel, how lucky I am. Because When people talk about life moments, so forks in the road, I talk about them all the time. But unbeknownst to me, I've had one major fork in the road, and I wasn't even aware of it. It was when I got adopted. So that's kind of where I am. That's my major fork in the road, and how lucky I feel, and how grateful too, and how tired. So tomorrow is the final day. That's going to be emotional. I know it will be. Maybe get some footage. Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't decided. Got breakfast in the morning too. Nice. And a little bit of reflection time at the beach again. Yeah. And this is probably the longest vlog I've ever done. It's nearly 8 minutes long. Catch up with you in seconds from now. Now, how do I do a clever little wipey thing to kind of go on screen? Now, if I go like that. Now, I'm kind of wondering how the mix from day 4 to day 5 went. You would have seen already. Anyway, it's day 5. This is travel day in reverse. We're currently on the ferry going home. Ferry? Going home. It's been emotional. And I think the thing to take away is I probably learned more about me. And how emotional I can be. That stands to reason sometimes, but you know. But it's a weird thing of not really knowing a person or people. But then after so long being thrown into the mix, I was an only child. Not anymore. Sometimes yes, I wish I was again. At the same time, it's he's got nuggets as well. Where was I? Yeah, the whole kind of I'm changed. I mean, yeah, it's good. Maybe I'll do it before the weekend. Maybe not. And see what I've got to cobble together. We'll definitely be back to Ballina. I think it's Ballina, not Ballina. Only fools say it's Ballina. I've called it Ballina for the last 4 days. Who knew? Yeah, but I think I'll leave that here, and thanks for watching. Now where's the off button? I haven't done this before, you can tell. Oh, there it is.